told her about her imaginary friend.
Yeah.
You were the one in that video. Oh my God, you look so much older now.
Yeah.
And it's only been what, 2 years or a year and a half?
Years, yeah.
So since then, your dad passed.
Yes.
So know that that's the reason why he's here right now. So first of all, your dad passed. Know that he's the first one coming through. Because when I'm connecting, he says to me, Matt, you got to let them know that I'm here. You got to let them know that I'm here. He wants to say that, by the way, he knows you kept his shirts when I'm connected with him. And he says to me, can you stop wearing my shirts all over the friggin' house? What the hell is you all doing? Going through, what do you raid his closet?
I sleep in his shirt.
And I sleep with a shirt.
And I use his flannels all the day at school.
That's crazy. Because he says to me, Matt, when I died, he goes, it's like Salvation Army. All of a sudden they went through my drawers. He goes, and they take everything of mine. He goes, and somebody actually, he just told me, took out his boots. I see his boots were just recently out, or his shoes were just recently out. So know that first of all, he's here. And I got to tell you something. I know that you're all upset about the way that he died here in the physical world. Because right away, when I'm connecting with him, he showed me this was a tragedy when I'm speaking to him in spirit. When I'm speaking to his soul, he first of all is so excited to let you know that he's here right now because he wants to let you know that he's still in that house with you. He actually shows me that he celebrated Christmas with you when I'm connecting. And there was an ornament or something that was put out in memory of him here in this world because he's talking about decorating the tree. Do you understand that?
Well, the ornament I picked.
He made an ornament for my mom for one of our siblings who passed away.
So no, it's his way of acknowledging that when you put that memory, that ornament out, he's there. In the same way that you remembered that sibling that had passed away, it's his way of showing you that he's here. This is really tough right now because when I'm connecting with him, did he also have a hidden illness at the same time?
They couldn't explain it was a rare bacterial infection. They couldn't figure it out.
Here's what I see, okay? When I'm connecting with your husband, he's putting it all on the line. And I love being a medium because sometimes they'll show me everything and really specific. And I love your husband because he's communicating so well with me. He's a really detailed oriented person. And when I'm connecting with him, he shows me he wasn't feeling good. He tells me that he thought that he had like a cold or the flu or something like that. But he kept saying to me, they missed it. There was 2 things going on at once, he tells me. So deep within him, he shows me there was this underlying illness, which would have been that infection. And I know how he had died. Whatever had happened, he tells me it got into his bloodstream. It affected his blood.
Yeah.
And that's why he's here.
I thought that being a medical person, I thought that, but they wouldn't listen.
So please know that what I have to tell you is that this is the strangest thing that I'm seeing in my visions, okay? I'm asking your husband, well, did you know what had happened? And he said to me, Matt, he says, they did every test on me. And he shows me all the tests that were being done. And for some reason, it did not show up. That's what's tough. So your husband is here to validate that he was sick. There was this underlying issue that was going on with him. But he says to me, it wasn't coming up in the tests that they were doing. That's what's so tough. So when I'm connecting with him, I think at first they thought it was here. Like, you know, here how I'm all stuffed up. They thought it was like upper respiratory.
Yeah, they put him on a vent.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
They put him on a ventilator.
So I kept hearing it was here. This is what they thought the problem was. But he tells me it was actually shutting down his organs. It was all throughout his body. Your husband is saying that he, first of all, wants to let you know, thank you for fighting for him. Because what was so tough is that you were by his side being his voice of reason. And what was so crazy about your husband, he goes to me, Matt, I didn't get sick. I was not that person. I was not a sick person. This was the first time in my life I had gotten sick, he tells me. And he's going like this. He's going like your husband's going, knock on wood now. I lived a good life. I worked hard. He says, I worked hard. He says, I was a bull. He goes, you could not stop me. He goes, I never got sick. He says, my health was good except for he goes, except for things with age. And he's going like this. He's tapping his belly. He goes, I know what I had to work on. So that shows me that he had this belly that was, he goes, that was the main concern what everybody was bothering him about. But he wants to let you know that what happened to him was very rare. And you know what's strange? I'm thinking when I'm connecting with him, do you know if he got stuck with something? Like, I feel like, or did he work in like construction or something where he could have got stuck with something?
He worked on submarines.
I feel like he was exposed to something here in this world while he was alive, and that's what caused his passing.
The stuff that they use, the chemicals.
Yeah, we were fighting because of things that he was exposed to with the military life and stuff.
Oh, you're right. So you're going through that now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You see how they show me? You know what's interesting is that when I'm connecting with your husband, he kept telling me in my ear metal. that there was something to do with metal. So I don't know if he works with, I have no idea what I'm even seeing right now. I'm repeating what he's telling me,
Yeah.
but know that you're not off on that.
Okay.
The hard part is this, okay? And this is what's really tough. I don't think you're going to be able to approve it.
We don't think so either, but we're trying.
And I'm going to tell you that's the hardest thing that I have to say as a medium. It's the reason why I stopped working on cold cases, because you can have the evidence. Your loved ones can show you. I know without a doubt that your husband, this is what happened, right? You know it. But the hard part is that when you don't have the evidence to back it up, what are you going to do? So I have to tell you this. That's why your husband's here right now. Because at the end of the day, all of this aside, okay, it doesn't matter if you get justice or not, right? Because what the true justice is that your husband is fine and he's okay in heaven right now. He made it to the other side. He's able to watch over you. And although that's so unfair here in this world, what the souls see that we don't is that one day we're all going to be reunited with one another and that they truly haven't left us. And that's why he's coming through right now. You know, what he wants to thank you for is he keeps tell me about you keeping his vehicle here in this world. So are you having a hard time getting rid of his vehicle here in the physical?
I gave it to my oldest daughter who's on the cell phone.
With
Our niece.
our niece is on there. My
Oh
dad.
my God, I love this. So
He was so close to my granddaughter.
he tells me he sees that the vehicle was held on to. The fact that you passed it down is so beautiful. He also says to me when I'm connecting with him he says, Matt, I want them to stay a family. He says, and I want them to still continue to do the holidays because he knows that you're doing it for him, but also celebrate and enjoy. He keeps telling me that you're planning on doing a trip with one another. There's a trip that's planned. So I don't know if you just got this for Christmas or what this is, but he shows me this is a surprise trip. So how do you
I
connect
just
with him?
surprised them because I haven't wanted to do anything.
He said to me, I'm part of the surprise. I just got the chills. I feel so good telling you this because he said to me, he goes, Matt, he goes, I want to let them know that that beautiful gift that they got, I'm going to be with them. So know that he's bringing that through. And he wants to let you know that at Christmas time, when you all realize that you're going out on this trip, he says, I want you to enjoy every single moment.
Matt, does he forgive me for not being able to help him?
Listen, you're the only one who's not forgiving yourself. You did help your husband. You know, what's tough is that, and I can tell you this as a medium, even with my own loved ones, sometimes I can see things before they happen, right? Sometimes I can see my loved ones, you know, certain loved ones getting sick or things that are going to happen with certain people. But the problem is this, the problem is that, you know, we can only do as much as we can do. And that's it. So your husband, he's not in heaven thinking what you're thinking about. Right now, you're all in grief thinking about the day that he died, what could have been done differently, if we could have changed this, if we couldn't change that, if he's going to get justice, how can we prove all these things? Your husband on the other side right now, honest to God, is jumping up and down, so excited. But I tell you, he doesn't give a shit about his illness. He doesn't care, because what he's so excited about is that he's able to be part of these moments with you. That's what's so beautiful to him, because he never thought this would be possible. He never thought that this would be possible to come through this way, talk to you in this way, connect with you in this way, right? Or that heaven was even real, or that he'd be able to see all of you again. So
Never
the fact,
believed you. He would always watch you in your videos and he was like, I don't believe in this.
so he already knew about me, saw my videos and still thought I was bullshit. Oh my God, that's crazy. So no wonder why he found his way through. He was a Matt Fraser fan all along. No wonder why.
Yes.
When I'm, you know, it's funny because when I was connected with him, I'm like, I like this guy. He's talking to me really good. He's a really good communicator. And sometimes with the men, talking to men's spirits, they're like, they don't really want to tell you. It's like pulling teeth. They're hard to communicate. And your father's like, boom, 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 boom. Like,
And then I kept showing him stuff with you and told him that one day that you would talk to us about our children.
And you did. You made my dad believe.
I am so happy. I am so happy that you're all here. And so you came to me before your dad passed and heard from your sister.
You told her about her imaginary friend.
Yeah.
You were the one in that video. Oh my God, you look so much older now.
Yeah.
And it's only been what, 2 years or a year and a half?
Years, yeah.
Oh my God. So since then your dad passed.
Yes.
So know that that's the reason why he's here right now, to let you know that he's okay, to let you know that he's there and with you, and to enjoy that trip with every ounce of your being. He will be there with you on that day. He says, and Matt, he goes, I want them to do it every year. He says, because if I had the time here in the physical world, he says, if I had the time left, he goes, this is exactly what I would have wanted to do with my family. He says, so do it with me.
Thank you.
By the way, he's all pissed off right now. Did you all get a tattoo in memory of him?
Yes.
What the hell are you doing? He just goes to me, Matt. He goes, are they freaking kidding me? He goes, they really get he goes, they really put me on their body.
Yeah, my brother got one for
Yeah,
his
with me, he
leukemia.
went and did it.
And then I got one right after I graduated high school with his
And
fingerprint.
my daughter's gonna get one that's on the phone.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you this. Your father can't believe that you did that. And honestly, he's saying to me, he's a little bit embarrassed on the other side to even like say this. He's like, Matt, that was so not me.
It wasn't.
He wouldn't put people's things on him like that.
But this is his way of validating to you and acknowledging to you that on the other side, he sees everything. He is okay and with you. And more importantly, he's very excited too to see that sibling that had passed as well, to let you know they are together. And as you were all celebrating Christmas with one another, so were they on the other side.
Oh, thank
I'm gonna leave you with that.